Can you imagine if you spend your life in fear of being attacked, lose your home, lose your family? You can't get proper education and healthcare. Sounds bad, isn't it? That is what most indigenous people feel. They get attacked, face discrimination, lose their home, even family. While some of us don't even know about this issue. Therefore, me, Putu Dwinata from Taman Raman Senior High School, is here to give you information about the indigenous people and why we should care. I remember that day, I was watching a video on YouTube from BBC News about indigenous people living in the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. And we know that Brazil is a developing country. In the middle of that video, there was an indigenous woman sharing her past experience that she got attacked when she was a young girl. And not only that, it also left her with scars and it killed her family. I'm afraid the same thing that happened in the past could happen now. I'm afraid. That is why I wake up very early every day, she said after being translated. I was speechless at first and sad at the same time of what had happened to her and how she's traumatized because of that incident. And it is just one out of so many cases and incidents that happened to her community. And since that, I become more curious and I want to learn more about indigenous people and the community. So I decided to do my own research. And then I found this article from UNDP and I learned about this. Indigenous women are most likely to suffer discrimination and violence, such as teen pregnancy. Indigenous people live shorter lives. Why? Because their lack of healthcare and information, which causes diseases like malaria, HIV, and AIDS. Indigenous people are more likely to be poor and vulnerable because there's no social protection and their lack of economic resources. So these are the proof that they need our help. We need to help them. And even if it has nothing to do with us, we can't let this injustice happen and lose humanity. And isn't it more better if we could live together, grow together, work together to make this world a better place? Like simply, when we want to do a lot of things, we want to buy a lot of things, we want to get a lot of things. These indigenous people just want to be safe, to live in peace. And of course, without any discrimination and violence. You might think, it's their problem and it has nothing to do with us. Why should we care? And even if we want to help them, we can't help them to get out from there. It belongs to them. Actually, we are not going to help them to get out from there. Why should we? They are looking for freedom. They're not trying to escape from where they live. And the point is, we want to help them to protect their rights to get freedom. And also, even if it has nothing to do with us, it doesn't mean that we just let this injustice happen and pretend that nothing happened. Patrick Lindsay once said, but if we expect justice for self, we must support it for others. This quote is really powerful and also one of my favorites actually. It inspires me to speak up for justice and to stand up for what is right, and I really hope it will inspire you too. So how can we help? How can we protect their rights? First, you need to be curious. Find as much as you can information about indigenous people and their community. Like what are they doing, what they usually do, their rights, their history, like anything about them. And therefore, you know and understand what they need and what you can do. And second is to spread awareness. But how exactly? How can we do that? Okay, I believe that most of you have social media, aren't you? Use that social media to share about this, to educate others, to tell them about this issue. But how it works? Like imagine if 100 of your followers know about this issue, and then your friend decided to do it as well, and then share on her Instagram or any social media. And then another 100 people know from her. How many people will know about this issue? How many people will know about indigenous people? And how big the impact will be? And maybe from this, the government would notice about this issue and take a step on it. Like the impact will be so big, right? Third is to have your move. You can protect the rights by signing petitions that related about the issue. You could also do volunteering, making donations and giving donations with your friends or family or anyone. Work together and support each other to stop any discrimination, exploitation, and violence. So that's it. And after knowing all of this, are you gonna take a step on it or pretend that nothing happened? Like simply like this. When you are in their position, do you want people to help you? And when you need help and people don't want to help you, how would you feel? Right? And when people need your help, do you want to help or not? It's your choice. But always remember what Patrick Lynch has said. But if we expect justice for self, we must support for others. That's all about my speech. Thank you for your attention and have a great day.